If you didn't know, Nearpod provides the ability to insert a video and make it interactive. These are becoming more and more popular now, where you take an instructional video, for example, and you want to embed formative questions throughout the video and check for understanding, that kind of thing. Makes the idea of watching an instructional video a little less passive and a little more active if you have to respond to a few questions while watching. So Nearpod does that. The other thing that's nice about Nearpod is they actually have a nice library of videos already created that you can search for, and then boom, either assign to your students as a single video that they watch, they answer the questions, and all the feedback gets sent back to you in a nice little chart. Or you can wrap that video piece in to a lesson with some other content, some other engaging activities, if you choose to do it that way. So I want to show you a few things. This is kind of a pro tip. So if I take the video just by itself, and I'm going to assign it. In this case, we'll do student paste. So the student has made it to the video. If they click play, the video will play. On the timeline on the bottom, you see there are two blue dots. Those dots indicate questions that will appear at that specific time. There's nothing wrong with this, but I want to show you an alternative that I think you'll be interested in. What I've done here, though, in this activity is I just added one single slide before the video appears. And that allows some different functionality while students are watching the video. And I think you'll like this. And again, I do this with older students in mind. I'm talking about maybe grade 6, 7, through 12th grade, particularly a high school student. This might be something that benefits him or her. So keep that in mind as you watch. See just this slight adjustment of adding a slide prior to the lesson makes a big difference. You'll see I've just added one slide at the beginning. Students will just advance, and then the video will begin. But I want to move to the video, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. This did not exist in the last example. What I want to do is open up this notes feature, and I'm going to save my notes to OneDrive here. So it's going to ask the student to log in. If they've already logged in or recognized as a login on that browser, that's okay. And I'm going to dump this into a folder that I've created called Nearpod Lesson Notes. And I'm going to click Save.
Just a minute. The U.S. government is based on separation of powers.
So I'm still going to take some notes, and I can pause the video. This is providing some activity, some action, a little less passive than just watching a video.
In other words, no single person or group can become too powerful. There are three branches of government: legislative, executive, and judicial. Branches have different responsibilities, but they interact to create a system of checks and balances. Congress, the legislative branch.
So now if we go back over here and we look at OneDrive, a few seconds ago there was another file added into that folder, and you see the student gets access to everything that was in the lesson. The video doesn't play, of course, but it does tell them there was a video there. And then they get all the notes that they took in that video. And I think that's helpful. I think that might be something that's interesting to teachers. Again, we're talking older students. I'm not sure that this is developmentally appropriate for a second or third grader. But certainly maybe, upper middle school and into high school, I could see some application here. Thank you for watching.